Conduct referendum to return Nigeria to regionalism. IYC urges Tinubu. Good morning, everyone, and thank you all for tuning in. I'm listening to this headline that we got your ears this morning. As our headline for this morning says that conduct referendum to return Nigeria to a regionalism. IYC urges Tinubu. We have it that the IJAW Youth Council IYC the worldwide has called for a referendum to return Nigeria to regionalism. The group also called for the intermediate development of targeted policies to reform democratic values, saying the move will counter the seamlessly alarming trend of militarization seeping into Nigeria's democratic system. This, they warn, poses a significant threat to the country's democratic values and principles. The group lamented the long-standing marginalization and injustice suffered by the G-Sub people and the Niger Delta region, who, despite being the backbone of Nigeria's economy prosperity, remains perpetually excluded from equitable representation and development. In a statement released by Berfeta, the national spokesperson of the Ijaw Youth Council, the organization called for a radical transformation from the existing authoritarian system to a more particularly and decentralized government framework, emphasizing the need for regional autonomy and inclusive decision-making process. He also called for a referendum to return Nigeria to a regional government system similar to the pre-1999 era, and the IYC commended President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration for appointing young people to ministerial positions, but emphasized that democratic reforms must be top-to-bottom approach. They reiterated their commitment to resource control and self-determination as enshrined in 1998 Kaishima Declaration. The group reaffirmed its commitment to championing a more equitable and just political system, cautioning that the existing democratic structure is acquitted and perpetuated system inequities, and vowing to persist in its advocacy efforts until meaningful reforms are achieved. He said, "Our democracy has been militarized with no consideration for the people. The power of the people has been undermined. The people are no longer the center of the government. Manipulations and intimidation of the people has become the order of the day." The IYC calls for an urgent review of the democracy we practice in the country to stay that it is old-fashioned and too autocratic. We note that the exclusive amasses so many power that regularly widen the social injustice gap. We demand for a referendum that should return Nigeria to the regional government the way we have reverted to the old national anthem. And that was all that was said concerning this headline, which says conduct referendum to return Nigeria to regionalism as IYC urges Tinubu. And before we move on, don't forget, if you're not part of the team, don't forget to tap that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and leave a like on this video to get more headlines concerning this in the near future. Because right now we're talking about the IYC telling Tinubu to conduct a referendum to return Nigeria to regionalism. Because they say that the same way you change the national anthem, we should change Nigeria the to regionalism, because they call for the intermediate development of targeted policies to reform democratic values, saying this move will counter the seamlessly alarming trend of militarization seeping into Nigeria's democratic system. And let's look at some people that says a lot of things concerning this. And Chukwemeka Aiden said, "Federalism or regionalism? So long as there's corruption, we are going nowhere." It's wow. What he said is actually wisdom. He said federalism or regionalism. As far as there's corruption in this country, we are going nowhere. It's true. She said, "Charity begins at home." Before, even though either regionalism was first stop this corruption in the country, because the corruption is so massive that is affecting even with the people. And Ambassador Okemo said, Ijaw is a political franchise. If you are interested, you declare alliance to their Aswana agenda. They will come and open a branch in your locality. It is political franchise, so your language doesn't matter. They recently opened a branch in Idoki, Abia State. Don't really understand what Ambassador is saying. And Paul Ayeomi says that that is what Nigeria need now to move forward. Are you really sure? Because people are saying regionalism. If the government takes Nigeria back to a regional system of government, will Nigeria be better than it is right now? Because I was not born when Nigeria was a regional system of government. Yes, frankly speaking. So it will be our mommies and daddy who have seen something like that, that would know the difference between now and then. Yes, between now and then, because they say that the same way you took us back to our own national anthem, you should also take us back to the regional system of governments. And me, I had no. They say experience is the best teacher. I had no experience with regional system while Nigeria was still going through regional system of government. So it will be our moms and daddies who will answer that question in the comment section. So because somebody like in the comment, I like what this guy says. If regionalism or federalism were going nowhere, if this corruption still persists, if the corruption still persists, and don't forget that this IJAW group, they are not the first person that is calling the president for a regional system of government. A lot of people are still saying, let's go back to regionalism, let's go back to regionalism. They're not the first. More discussion are still coming in the nearest future concerning this, because a lot of people are still urging the president to go back to regionalism, saying that this federalism that we're even like we are practicing is not favoring anybody. Say that we should go back to the regional system of government. Something like that. If you all can understand me. And Sunday says that with this nation of Nigeria, with numerous composite factors, including the polyethnic, with political centric behavior, culture, among others, it is obvious that regional government is all that it takes to righting the wrongs in governance. Really? So that it is sure that it is regional system of government that will right all the wrongs in the governance, as well as gingering the competitive development and promoting national cohesion. Since only the greedy and unpatriotic can oppose the ideas and implementation of the regional government. If Tinubu can achieve it, then he would become the best ever leader. Really? Okay. Regional system of government then it is. What do you guys think? Let me see your comment.